Over the next 30 days, I'm going to be discussing the 3 weapons that God has given to every born-again believer that helps us to silence the roar of hell. The 3 weapons are the cross, the Word, and our praise. And over these next few days, we're going to talk about that first weapon, the cross. And so on this segment today, I want to talk to you about the great exchange. The great exchange. When I was 16 years old, I was hopeless. I felt confused. I had hell roaring in my mind. And it started when our family moved to California when I was 5 years old. We moved there to be with a Christian television network. We were on 3 or 4 days a week for many years as a kind of a role model Christian family. But for years our family struggled. My dad struggled with addictions, alcohol, drug addiction. My mom started lying to cover up for my dad to save our family embarrassment. And at 16 years of age, I found myself asking questions. Is this real? Is heaven real? Is church real? Is this just one big game we're playing? And I used other people's immaturity to justify some of my actions. And when I was 16, the girl I was dating, she became pregnant. My dad was addicted to alcohol and drugs, and our family, we put funk in dysfunctional. Sometimes it's easy to point fingers and say, well, if they would have been a better father, I wouldn't be this way. If they would have been a good mom, I wouldn't be this way. Or if I wouldn't have been taught this way, then I wouldn't have ended up this way. And it's easy to point fingers. Some people even point God. You know, if God really loved me, if He really cared for me, He wouldn't have allowed this to happen to me. When the truth is, I faced depression, I faced confusion, I faced suicidal thoughts for one reason and one reason only, and it was I had an identity crisis. I did not know who I was in Christ Jesus. I knew about God, but I didn't know God. I had enough salvation to keep me out of hell, but not enough to keep hell out of me. And I believe there's many of you watching and you're saying, Terry, I kind of feel the same way. Man, I've heard about God. I've been raised in the church. Maybe you haven't, maybe you have, or maybe you had a family that was dysfunctional, no matter what it is. But you're saying, man, I have an identity crisis. I really don't know who I am, why I'm here, where I'm going. And hell is roaring in your mind. Well, stay with me, because throughout this entire month, we are going to learn together how to shut the hell up. And I'm going to further show you what happened at the cross and how Jesus exchanged shame, condemnation, fear, and gave us His life, gave us His peace. Stay with me. Come back with you tomorrow, and we'll go deeper into this. I call you blessed.